If you're like me, you have just as many Halloween traditions as you do Christmas traditions or holiday traditions. One of those traditions for everybody when it comes to holidays is certain movies and TV shows that we watch. For me, in my household, one thing and one thing only remains the Halloween event to watch. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yes, a 60, 70-year-old cartoon at this point, to me, is still the epitome of the holiday. It's still the thing that I go to, and there's lots of other things. There's The Nightmare Before Christmas, and there's Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons, especially the first few. Uh, Obviously, horror movies, Halloween, things like that. But it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, captures for me the thing that I love about Halloween in just the same way that the Charlie Brown Christmas special captures what I love about Christmas. It is the kind of wholesomeness that I like. I just like that more. I like that the best. A lot of people for Halloween, it's like, let's go to a party and get sloppy drunk. For me, I think about little kids walking around in their vampire costumes or superhero costumes, trick or treating. It's what I think of. And I don't think anything captures that quite as well as it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I mean, the story, obviously, I would assume I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. Uh, it's Halloween, and Charlie Brown and his friends are going to go trick or treating and then to the big Halloween party. And you've got the sort of the main story to some extent is Linus waiting in a pumpkin patch for the Great Pumpkin, uh, the Halloween version of Santa Claus that nobody believes in but him, except for an unwitting Sally, who he drags into his obsession. He has to be in the perfect pumpkin patch, and he has to have absolute faith, absolute pure belief for the Great Pumpkin to arrive and give him candy. There's not a lot to really say about It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, first of all, because I'm sure so many of you have seen it, but also because it's not even half an hour long cartoon that is about trick or treating. The Christmas special is very much about let's get presents and let's put on a play and let's do this and that. But it's also about the tree, and I never thought it was such a bad little tree, and Linus's retelling of the Christmas story and some a little bit deeper things. Great Pumpkin is just candy and a party. That's all it is. It has no deeper meaning. It doesn't have that. That's kind of what I love about it. I think it would be out of place in the Halloween special. In the Christmas special, it's one thing. In the Halloween special, it would have been forced and gotten in the way of the fun. And this is a lot of fun, from Snoopy pretending to be a World War I flying ace to Charlie Brown's mishap with scissors. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, to me, is the quintessential Halloween show, movie, whatever you want, to watch on that day. It might not be the thing that you put on during your Halloween party when, you've got sexy Jason Voorhees over here. But if you're just looking to sit down, have a quieter moment, maybe right before bed, maybe after the party. To me, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's a 5-star event for Halloween. It's a must. How can you go wrong with Charlie Brown?
Other worlds. sort of gave myself the challenge of, okay,